Tonight, the bid to host the Memorial Cup.
I mean, anytime you're Final Two, with 20 great teams in our league, it's something to be proud of.
Kitchener and Guelph named as finalists.
We have a tremendous hockey region and an incredible fan base. And our facilities are second to none.
The Highway 7 rivalry reignited on the road to the 2027 tournament. Also, when grief meets greed.
This guy messaged me saying that he found the cat and that and sent me a picture of him as well.
The rise of lost pet scams.
On closer inspection of the photo, it actually appeared it was digitally altered, and then it was totally fake.
Why animal lovers are being targeted. And health hazards.
They're meeting other kids and they're actually being exposed to a lot more germs.
As kids head back to class.
Vaping in particular can be hidden by your child.
The concerning trend and signs to watch for.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. A historic hockey rivalry has just been reignited. The Kitchener Rangers and Guelph Storm have been named the two finalists to host the 2027 Memorial Cup. It's an opportunity that doesn't come around often. The event bringing the best of the Junior Hockey League to the host city, along with a big boost in tourism. CTV's Heather Sennerin spoke with both teams and cities and joins us live now. Heather, this event attracts hockey fans from all across the country.
And it's a big deal, Leanne. So once the formal bids are submitted, a site selection committee will choose between Guelph and Kitchener. They're looking for four main things: business operations, community engagement and atmosphere, and hockey operations. But already each city is pitching itself as the best choice.
By Jackson Parsons.
The battle of Highway 7 rages on as the Kitchener Rangers and Guelph Storm go head-to-head once again, but this time it's for the chance to host the 2027 Memorial Cup. The CHL says the two teams were shortlisted for a reason.
Both have great facilities. They have very strong fan bases. I think that was very, very attractive to the site selection committee. And they have deep community roots as well as a long-standing history with the Memorial Cup.
With the host team automatically earning a spot in the tournament, the Kitchener Rangers say they've been planning this for years, expecting the team to peak that season.
We have a tremendous hockey region and an incredible fan base. And our facilities are second to none.
The last time Kitchener hosted was 2008. The Rangers have taken home the title twice, including in 2003.
For the players, who are our most important people here, they get one shot at it in their careers in most circumstances. From a community, you get once every 20 years. It's very, very difficult to be named the host.
The Kitchener Odd is currently under renovations with fresh offices and a new restaurant that will be done next year.
When you add all of the energy, the excitement, the passion in this community for hockey, I think you'll, out of the two bids, there's really, in my view, it's an obvious choice.
The mayor of Guelph begs to differ, calling Guelph a hockey town.
The jockstrap and the hat trick for hockey was invented in Guelph.
If Guelph is chosen, the event would tie in with the city's 200th birthday.
I think our welcoming nature and our businesses and the things that people can explore when they come to our city really will drive people to have a very good time.
The tournament was held in Guelph in 2002, and while the Storm have yet to win a Memorial Cup, the team says hosting would give them a leg up.
There's no doubt the home ice advantage is huge. I mean, we show in the playoffs, when we look back at our playoff record year after year after year, we do a lot better on home ice, and because of the fan base, because of the engagement, because of just how loud it is.
The decision on who will get that golden ticket is expected to be announced by early December.
The economic impact is always pretty big for the 10-day tournament. The Memorial Cup often brings in upwards of $10 million to the host community. Leanne.
Well, the battle is on, Heather, that's for sure. CTV's Heather Sennerin, thanks so much. And Alex Pinto is live on location with your weather forecast tonight from the Cambridge Fall Fair. Alex, the gates opened there earlier this afternoon, and I checked in with you on the 5 o'clock show. It's even busier there now, just an hour later.
Yeah, just an hour later, and quite a difference. Families are starting to pour in. This is the first official night of the Cambridge Fall Fair. Really nostalgic for many people as we say goodbye to summer, even though we have a couple of weeks left, and say hello to fall. Chris Chappell, president of the Cambridge Fair, joining us live tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I first want to talk about what people can expect to see. So tonight is the first night. This is going to be lasting right through until Sunday.
Yeah, it's a family, basically family fair. It's sponsored by Better Windows and Doors for admission. Sunday is sponsored by the Blair Hibbs Remax team. Tomorrow night we have a demolition derby. We have a band playing. Saturday we have a kid show, and we have a big concert.
So lots to see and do, no matter your age. I gotta say, I mean, we've got games, we've got food, we've got rides. I was kind of joking because this section, the rides here might be more of my favorite. I don't think I could do anything in terms of flipping and whatnot, but what's it like for you? I know you've been in this role for 10 years or so, to see families, local families coming out and enjoying the Fall Fair.
So what it is for me is we have a board that's all volunteers, and for me, when I get to walk around and see, it's the smiling faces of the kids. And to see some kids that have been coming for 20 plus years that I've been doing it, it's the families coming out, enjoying themselves, laughing, and having a good time. And that's what it's about bringing families together in a community.
We were talking about all the hard work that goes into it behind the scenes, really a labor of love. So now you can kind of relax and enjoy and just really see all these, like you said, the kids, kind of happy faces, just enjoying the day.
Yeah, it's really fulfilling for myself and for our board is to see the smiling faces and to see people come out. And we do this so that people come out and have a good time and join in on all the festival stuff and have a good time. That's all that matters to us.
Note too, we were talking a little bit before the show as well, cash. I know many people like to have their wallets on their phone these days, but cash entry also, if you want to come down here, vendors are also taking cash, correct?
Yeah, so it's cash entry and cash for tickets and cash for food. We haven't got to that far yet, but we're working on that, and just so everybody understands, cash only, unfortunately.
All right, well, it already looks like a pretty successful event. Chris, thank you so much for your time, and you enjoy the fair.
Thank you very much.
All right, and yes, that wind, though, starting to pick up. It's a little bit cooler, but overall fairly comfortable. I do want to start with a special weather statement that we are seeing just moments ago. This has now been issued for Waterloo region, in addition to Bruce Peninsula, Sauble Beach, Tobermory. So this is where we could see very strong winds potentially moving in tomorrow morning right through to tomorrow. So Friday evening, gusts 70 to 90 kilometers an hour are possible. So short-lived, but this, of course, due to what we're seeing, potential gale force winds if you are going to be in the Georgian Bay area or along the shores of Lake Huron. But right now here in Cambridge, as we're live outside, some sunshine, nice blue sky, just a few clouds, but we are seeing a little bit of that wind again picking up a little bit. It is 17 right now in Kitchener-Waterloo, 17 in the City of London, 15 if you're by the water, a little bit cooler in Goderich tonight. So perfect conditions, I've got to say, for the first official night of the Cambridge Fall Fair. Again, this is expected to last right through until Sunday, and this has been a tradition for over 180 years. Many families, local families, coming down to enjoy the Midway. So plenty of rides, lots of fair, food, and of course those games. So we're going to check out more of that throughout the hour. Leanne, I'll send it back to you.
We will check back in with you later on. Alex, thanks so much. An 80-year-old woman is now dead after being found with life-threatening injuries in downtown Guelph over the weekend. The woman was found unconscious on a sidewalk Sunday and taken to hospital. Officers arrested and charged a 34-year-old Guelph man with attempted murder and aggravated assault. Guelph police tell CTV News they are not commenting on updated charges following the woman's death, as the investigation is ongoing. Police say the 34-year-old man and the victim had met before, but were not close. A Vaughan father killed during a home invasion was laid to rest today. He died while trying to protect his 4 children during the violent attack over the weekend. CTV's John Woodward has more on the tributes and the calls for justice.
Mourners at Nashville Cemetery in Kleinburg took turns shoveling earth onto the casket containing the body of Abdul Alim Faruqi.
He would not hurt a fly. Anytime anyone needs help in the community, he'd be the first one to be there.
The huge crowd here, full of friends and family, many who also attended the funeral service at the Beitul Mosque on Wednesday night.
Extremely emotional, yeah. It's been a very emotional few days.
He died in the way of God. He died protecting his family.
Protecting his family during a violent home invasion on August 31st at 1 a.m. The father and small businessman was shot and killed inside his Kleinburg home with his 4 children present. The suspect's still at large. Police taking pains to stress they believe this was a robbery. Faruqi targeted only for money. A robbery that shattered a family.
Turn yourselves in. You're cowards. And turn yourselves in. Justice will be served.
It wasn't the only home invasion that night. Officers releasing this footage of one that happened 90 minutes later, less than a kilometer away.
The officers are working diligently to bring those to justice.
This is the 3rd day of mourning, which is in line with the Ahmadiyya Muslim tradition. After this, friends and family will gather at the Faruqi family home. A GoFundMe started by Faruqi's family to raise money for his teenage son and 3 young daughters, now at some $25,000. His children at the cemetery, one talking with York Regional Police Chief Jim McSween, who also spoke with family members.
This shouldn't happen in Canada. We live in Canada. This is family of 4. This wasn't targeted. This was a great guy. This was random. It could have been any of us. And unfortunately, it happened to the best of the best.
And even as Faruqi is laid to rest, his loved ones say their fight for justice will continue. John Woodward, CTV News.
Next to a dramatic scene at a Mississauga hospital parking garage, a vehicle hanging precariously over the edge of the 4th floor. CTV's Allison Hurst has more on how it got there and the effort to remove it safely.
I spoke with one of the owners of the 3 vehicles trapped under that concrete wall. She was on the phone with her insurance company at the time, but says fortunately, when that wall fell, she was at work. An SUV hangs from a parkade outside Credit Valley Hospital in Mississauga. 4 levels above the ground, front wheels over the edge, and the bumper dangling.
I'm scared to see this actually.
Below it, 3 cars have been flattened by a concrete wall. Fortunately, no one was inside them.
We were parking on the same level, just down from there, and it appeared it just happened when we parked. So when we got out of the car, we saw the elderly couple sitting there.
Gary Bedford says the couple looked a little rattled.
Must have hit the gas pedal by mistake instead of the brake and ran. And the only thing that stopped him was that cell tower. Otherwise, if he had hit the wall, he would have come directly right out into the parking lot.
Peel police say a vehicle collided with a barrier. It broke free and landed on the parked vehicles beneath.
One of the technicians had said that a wall had fallen, like a barrier wall, a cement barrier wall had fallen and crushed cars. And our mouths just sort of dropped open.
Peel paramedics say 2 people suffered very minor injuries and were transported across the street. It happened shortly after 11 this morning. Crews first worked to stabilize the SUV before getting it secured to tow. Then they carefully maneuvered it through the parkade, rounding the curves, and ultimately pulled it out into a parking lot.
I never see nothing like this. I've been driving tow truck for a while now, and this is crazy, crazy, crazy.
Stephen Smith arrived hoping he would get to tow one of the cars crushed under the wall.
They said a team is coming out and they're gonna break the wall, break it apart, and then they would probably get the cars out sometime later tomorrow, but it's definitely going to take a long time.
A spokesperson for Trillium Health says there's no concern regarding the structural integrity of the parking garage and that only the area of the incident is under review and remains protected. Both the hospital and rest of the parkade are open. Those vehicles trapped under that concrete barrier remain there at this time. Crews have added fencing and barriers blocking both it on the ground as well as the hole on that 4th level. Allison Hurst, CTV News.
A word to the wise from provincial police about potential scams around missing pets. The warning comes after a couple in Guelph received a suspicious message from someone demanding money, claiming to have found their lost cat. CTV's Alexandra Hollick has the story.
So the cat just ran outside and hopped over the fence.
It's been 5 days since Sushi the cat ran away from his Guelph home.
He managed to get out because the doors got left open.
Like Sushi's fur, the search so far has been spotty.
We've seen him a couple times here and there, but we've always kind of come up short.
Owners Joshua Langdon and Alexa Romat say they took their search to social media for a better chance at finding their fur baby.
This guy messaged me saying that he found the cat and that and sent me a picture of him as well.
It kind of looked like him, but at the same time, not really.
The message came from an unknown email address demanding a reward of $250. The couple says they were initially convinced sushi had been found.
We just kind of kept going back and forth messaging, but he was really adamant on wanting a reward. And he was essentially just putting up the cat for ransom, that if we didn't give him money and send him an e-transfer, then we wouldn't be able to get our cat back.
So they weighed their options.
We ended up calling the cops just to find out kind of what we could do.
Upon closer inspection of the photo, it actually appeared it was digitally altered. And then it was totally fake.
They just took the cat's head and just placed it on another cat,
sending sushi's owners back to square one.
While we were chatting with the cop, actually, he showed up right by the gate. So right when he was there, we just kind of stopped everything trying to go get him. But right when he saw us, he just bolted the other way.
Romat says she's received similar scam messages since.
Out in Grimsby, they said that they saw somebody kick him at a gas station and then wanted us to go meet them at the gas station. Like, you're just preying on people's downfalls. It's not right.
And while the couple continues their search, they offer this advice.
If they're making you try and show up in weird spaces and demanding money and stuff like that, there's a very good chance that that's not real.
If somebody has found your cat or your pet, most likely they're not going to try to get money out of you. They're going to return your pet.
Police say no one has been arrested in this case at this point, but they urge anyone who may be a victim of fraud or a potential scam to reach out or report it to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre. Alexandra Hollick, CTV News.
Another beluga whale and a harbor seal have died at Marineland. The beluga death marks the 20th whale to die at the Niagara Falls attraction since 2019. Marineland has not opened the doors to the public since last summer. It's believed that 30 belugas are still at the park. Officials with the town of South Bruce Peninsula say their fight to retain ownership of the Sauble Beach shoreline is over. The Supreme Court dismissed the town's application to appeal last week. The case has been before the courts for decades after the Saugeen First Nation laid claim to a stretch of Sauble's shoreline following review of an 1854 treaty. Ontario's Court of Appeal agreed, awarding the First Nation ownership of 2 kilometers of Sauble's sand in 2023. The Saugeen First Nation has since changed the name of the popular stretch of sand to Sauble Beach, while the name of the town, Sauble Beach, remains the same. South Bruce Peninsula anticipates a formal survey to denote exactly what land is theirs in Sauble Beach and what belongs to the Saugeen First Nation. A reminder to start your day in the know with our CTV News Kitchener newsletter. Get the best local content from CTV News straight to your inbox. We have today's top stories, the latest weather forecast, and must-see videos. You can find it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewskitchener.ca. And still ahead, back to school health hazards. Why health officials are sounding the alarm about the rise of vaping and nicotine patch use among youth, and how to talk to your kids about it.
Well, beautiful conditions here at the Cambridge Fall Fair, the first official night expected to last over the next several days. We'll take a look at your long-range forecast and your weekend coming up in just a bit.
Download the CTV News app and stay on top of local stories as they unfold.
We go to a dramatic scene unfolding.
Customize your feed and watch live wherever you are. ctvkitchener.ca, your home for news.
Vaping and the use of nicotine pouches is rising among youth. Health officials say now is a good time to have a conversation with your kids about it as they head back to school.
I think the really important thing is for parents to know that this vaping in particular can be hidden by your child. And it actually is starting as young as children who are in grade, like even elementary school. So just because your child is in grade 6, 7, or 8, don't think that they haven't or don't know about vaping and know people who are vaping. So please keep the conversation open and talk to your child about what these things are, that they're not just candy flavored liquid, that they are addicting, and also make make sure that with your older children, or if you find that they actually have vaped, tell them that there is plans. You can speak to your family doctor. There are ways to help them to stop vaping.
We also spoke about immunizations, food allergies, and other health hazards as kids head back to class. You can watch the full interview with Dr. Nicola Mercer over on our website, ctvnewskitchener.ca. Ontario's top doctor is calling for a national immunization schedule and registry to address gaps exposed by the resurgence of measles in Canada. In his annual report, Dr. Kieran Moore says to keep vaccine-preventable diseases at bay, there needs to be a coordinated approach from the healthcare system and all levels of government. It comes as vaccine hesitancy grows across Canada. Each jurisdiction has its own immunization schedule and data system. He says Ontario is lagging behind other provinces who've modernized their vaccine records, and that the province needs a centralized digital vaccine system to avoid confusion. Researchers at Western University are using lessons learned from the COVID-19 pandemic to help fend off future viral diseases. Western has begun construction on a new $44 million pathogen research center. And as CTV's Brian Bicknell tells us, it's a first of its kind in the world.
We kept our distance, masked up, and took extra precautions. And it was during the COVID-19 pandemic, researchers found out just how much more there is to learn about viruses and pathogens.
Oh, you have to be 3 meters away to have protection against someone who might cough or sneeze on you. Well, that was really just based on models. It wasn't really verified. And that understanding goes well beyond just that 3-meter rule or various other things that we practiced during the pandemic. And that's because we're just erring on the side of caution.
But such scientific guesswork could soon become more certain. Western University has begun construction on a $44 million pathogen research center. Located at this site in the Western Research Park, the center will house a good manufacturing practice, or GMP, designed to manufacture products for clinical trials on humans, and a microbial transmission facility. The first of its kind in the world, it will enable scientists to test how viruses like influenza or COVID-19 spread through the air in real-life settings.
We will release the virus into those facilities, and using mannequins that are mimicking human respiration and will have human lung cells in them, we can see how you transmit from one to the other.
The new facilities will operate alongside Western's existing impact facility, which studies how diseases behave inside the body. Operations Director Rick Gibson says it's about producing homegrown solutions.
Very costly to send these kind of things overseas and then back. And I think we're trying to solve the problem of being able to do all of it here locally, affordably.
The new pathogen research center also comes with a major economic impact, helping solidify London as a medical research hub. It's expected to attract more medical industry almost right away.
But we anticipate bringing millions of dollars of industry to London within the first years of operation.
The pathogen research center is expected to open in 2027. Brian Bicknell, CTV News.
Live look outside this hour from the Cambridge Fall Fair, where you can see it is just blue skies and sunshine as we approach the 6:30 mark. Plenty of rides, food, fun, lots of activities, and it looks like lots of people are coming out for opening night. A little bit cool though, so make sure you bring a layer with you if you're heading out to the Fall Fair. Alex is there. She'll have your full forecast from Cambridge coming up, also ahead. Connecting community through culture and corn. How a Breslau garden is growing and sharing its deep-rooted connection to history with people in Waterloo region. And a new space for your pups to play. The off-leash dog park that has all the tails wagging in Waterloo Park.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400. From your screen to ours. Text 10400.
September means fall fair season is in full swing, and Alex Pinto is live at the Cambridge Fall Fair tonight, which officially is kicking off today. But Alex, it runs all weekend long for those who can't make it out tonight.
Yeah, that's right. So doors officially opened here at 4 o'clock this afternoon. It is running right through to the weekend, and no shortage of entertainment and fun. We've got lots of games, rides, and of course food. I've even made a few friends here at the fair tonight. We've got Emma, Lacey, a couple friends here for this evening. Okay, I got to ask you guys, what's been your favorite ride so far?
The Fury and the swing over there.
Why do you like the swing?
Because it brings you up really high, up in the air, and it swings you.
Okay, what's been your favorite ride?
I don't have one. It's too hard.
It's too hard because they're all so much fun, right?
Yeah.
What about games? Have you guys played any games today yet?
No. Yeah. Well, not really. No. We got some lemonade. Yeah. The lemonade here is really lemony. It really just feels like you just squirted a lemon in your mouth.
Okay, that's fresh lemonade. That's pretty good. So one of several snacks that you can get here, of course, at the fair. What's it like to be here with your friends, your family, and it's such a nice day outside?
Really fun. And we got to do like the swing set together. I made her go on that big scary ride over there. What is it called?
Fair tilt. Okay, so you guys are thrill seekers then. I was kind of joking because I'm not a big fan of heights and I don't like anything that goes really fast, so I probably wouldn't like it, would I?
No, probably not.
That's okay. What else are you guys looking forward to being here at the fair tonight? What's on your list of things to do?
In a couple seconds, we might go on the Fury. Yeah, we were thinking about going on the Fury. And maybe swings after the Fury.
Okay, Fury and swings. And then finally, so you talked about the lemonade, but any fair food that you guys are looking forward to?
I mean, I seen tacos in a bag, which I really like. Funny enough, like on Tuesday, because my mom makes it at home, we get to pick like the Doritos. So we had cheeseburger Doritos with it.
All right, not too bad. So maybe you'll get some tonight. Well, you kids have fun. Thanks so much for chatting with me here. They're going to be some little thrill seekers and hit the rides. But yeah, beautiful conditions if you're going to come down here to the Fall Fair in Cambridge this evening. I do want to start with a special weather statement, though, that we are seeing. So Waterloo region now officially part of this. Bruce Peninsula, Sauble Beach, Tobermory as well. This is strong winds that we could potentially see tomorrow, starting in the morning, lasting right through until Friday evening. So wind gusts 70 to 90 kilometers an hour possible, so something to keep in mind there. So when we look at our future cast, yeah, we're seeing some really nice conditions out here, some blue sky, just a few clouds, but that wind is starting to pick up and a little bit slightly cooler as well. But I've got to say, for a fall fair, pretty comfortable conditions overall. Looking ahead to your Friday, though, potentially some scattered shower activity, but even further north of us, even north of Mount Forest, you could see a little bit more activity in that area compared to us here in Waterloo region for your Friday. So right now, 17 degrees it is here in Kitchener-Waterloo, 17 also in London. It is 18 if you are in Ridgetown or Sarnia, and we are not feeling any extreme heat or humidity, so pretty comfortable conditions. Normal for this time of year, though, is about 22 degrees, so we are definitely below seasonal. Record high, 34. That was set back in 1953, and it was on this day in 1946. We saw an overnight record low of just 0, so nearing that freezing mark there. Tonight, though, overnight, our low expected to get down to 6 degrees. That sun now rising just before 6:50 a.m., believe it or not, and setting 7:52 p.m. So the days are definitely feeling shorter and shorter. So a look at your 7-day forecast for Waterloo region. Yeah, that chance of showers sticking with us for your Friday before Saturday and Sunday. We could be in for a little bit more wet weather there as well, sticking to the upper teens at that point. For Lambton, Kent, and Essex, chance of showers for you, but Saturday looks like a pretty nice day to get outside with a high of 21 and filled with sunny skies. And Southern Georgian Bay, chance of showers looking at your Friday, just getting to a high of 17 degrees, 18 for your Saturday with a 40% chance of showers. So a 180-plus-year-old tradition here in Cambridge. Lots of family-friendly fun here, again, starting today, lasting right through until Sunday. So definitely you can feel it in the air, especially when fall season is right around the corner. Leanne.
Well, Alex, what I learned from your new friends is go on the Fury and get the lemonade at the Cambridge Fall Fair. Have fun out there. Thanks so much. Next, to a tale of two people in Breslau who are proving age is just a number. At 70 years old, they operate a small farm with the goal of connecting community and culture. CTV's Ashley Bacon was at the farm today and joins us live. Ashley, the team at May's Garden are growing crops that aren't typically found in southern Ontario.
That's right, Leanne. That's because May and Mai are Hmong, a tribal culture from Southeast Asia who found themselves displaced in the 1970s and ended up here in Waterloo region. Now, fast forward several decades, and now the pair are reuniting with their roots. Growing everything from bitter melon to African eggplant to their most sought-after product, Asian sticky corn. The corn different in many ways from the varieties commonly found in Ontario. Its unique color is just the beginning. The corn, once cooked, creates a stickiness, which they say is like a natural butter. Chua George is May's daughter who helps out around the farm. She says watching her mom create this space for herself and the community has been inspirational.
They're super excited to get a taste of what life was back then. So many of them will come and they'll be like, man, this reminds me of back at home.
But for May and Mai, getting to have a taste of home is just the icing on the cake, or in this case, the butter on the corn. They say creating the garden 5 years ago, it gives them a sense of purpose after retirement.
When I retire and I don't have anything to do, and then I had to do garden like this, and it made exercise, and then made me feel comfortable and feel better and stronger. If you're working on the farm, I don't know the vegetable, corn, like all kind of vegetable make you happy.
With the summer coming to an end, so is the Asian sticky corn harvest. There's about another week left to get your hands on some. The team at May's Garden will keep customers posted about when and where to get the goods online. Leanne.
Well, it looks absolutely delicious. Ashley, thanks so much. Dogs can now run around without a leash in Waterloo Park. It's all thanks to a temporary leash-free dog park at the Westmount Road entrance. The fenced-in space will be open daily from dawn to dusk. The hope is the temporary site will address the city's growing pet population. This temporary spot will be open for the next 2 years as city staff continue efforts towards creating a permanent leash-free dog park. Looks like a great spot. And we have an update on a story we brought you about a kitten found hurt at the side of the road in Wellington County back in July. Named Small Fry, this little guy here was covered in parasites when he was picked up. After several weeks of treatment, he's now ready for adoption. And within hours of the posting going up, the Guelph Humane Society says the maximum number of applications were submitted, bringing him one step closer to finding his new home. And I'm sure we all can't wait to see his happy tale with the Guelph Humane Society. And still ahead on CTV News, getting ready for Parliament's return. The federal cabinet sits down for a second day of meetings in Toronto, focusing on what the Liberals call tough budget choices. In Manitoba, 2 people have died and several others are injured after a mass stabbing on a First Nation. An 18-year-old girl was killed. The suspect died when his stolen vehicle was hit by an RCMP cruiser. The officer suffered critical injuries but is expected to recover. 6 people were taken to hospital following the attack on the Hollow Water First Nation. It's about 200 kilometers northeast of Winnipeg. Global Affairs says 2 Canadian citizens are missing following a streetcar crash in Lisbon. At least 16 people died in yesterday's crash. 21 others were injured. The carriage derailed while traveling on a steep hillside. An investigation has begun into the cause of the tragedy. Local authorities told reporters 1 person from Canada was hurt. This was a national day of mourning in Portugal. Okay, let's update our top stories with CTV's Krista Simpson live in studio with us tonight. Krista, first, a little bit of a different kind of Highway 7 rivalry.
Leanne, Kitchener and Guelph are now facing off for the chance to host the 2027 Memorial Cup. The Canadian Hockey League announcing today the event will go to one of those two cities. The Kitchener Rangers have said they anticipate their team will peak that year, while the Guelph Storm want to have the championship as part of the city's 200th anniversary celebrations. The teams will now put together more detailed bids, and the host will be chosen later this fall. A couple from the Guelph area say they are putting out a warning about a scam that preys upon the owners of missing pets. Their cat Sushi disappeared 5 days ago, and after posting about it on social media, they received a message from someone claiming they had the cat and would give it back for a $250 reward. The email also included a photo that police later determined was fake.
Okay, and over on our website, Krista, Guelph police are looking for the rightful owners of some commemorative coins and military medals.
Leanne, they say officers recently found these items during a traffic stop, along with thousands of dollars worth of drugs. Police are now releasing photos of the medals and coins, including a series that commemorates Stanley Cup wins, hoping someone recognizes them. So you can see more detailed images by scanning the QR code on the bottom left of your screen to get the story on our CTV News app, or to download the app right now. And of course, you can also visit our website at ctvnewskitchener.ca. Leanne.
Okay, Krista, thanks so much. CTV's Krista Simpson live in studio with us for today's top stories. A second day of meetings were held in Toronto today between Prime Minister Mark Carney and his cabinet to focus on what the Liberals call tough budget choices. CTV's Judy Trin now on the challenges of the next budget and what it might look like.
C'est un budget d'austérité et d'investissement.
Delivering the Prime Minister's vision of a budget with both austerity and investment measures falls on Finance Minister François-Philippe Champagne. He was asked if spending restraints would result in job losses in the public sector.
There'll be adjustment in different places, but at the same time, we're going to be empathic to make sure that we're always there for Canadians.
Cabinet ministers met behind closed doors to find money for major projects and defense, and to present what savings they found. The Carney government is aiming to cut day-to-day spending of up to 15% over the next 3 years. Federal unions call the move reckless.
You know, I think that public service cuts can do a real harm to Canadians, because the public service is there every day to serve Canadians and to protect them and to keep them safe.
The number of federal public servants has grown by more than 100,000 workers in a decade. The data shows that as of June, there were more than 357,000 public servants.
We're certainly looking to see what the government proposes to do around addressing workforce, whether that's a direct cut or more of a careful attrition and reprioritization.
He's doing neither investment nor austerity. What he's doing is even more bureaucracy and spending.
Complicating matters, the government will take in billions less in revenue this year. After Donald Trump complained, the Prime Minister dropped the digital services tax and the retaliatory tariffs against the U.S. Judy Trin, CTV News, Toronto.
Rolling out the red carpet. Still ahead on CTV News. TIFF kicks off in Toronto, but if you're trying to get tickets to the popular film festival, beware. We'll have tips to make sure you don't get scammed coming up. Iconic Italian fashion designer Giorgio Armani has died.
He was charming. He was friendly. He was unpretentious. He was down to earth. He was incredibly intelligent, very astute, and just a real gentleman, a total class act. Such a lovely person. I just miss him so much already, just knowing that he's not in this world anymore. But he really, truly made the world a much more beautiful place.
The fashion house issued a statement saying that with infinite sorrow, the Armani Group announces the passing of its creator, founder, and tireless driving force, Giorgio Armani. The 91-year-old became synonymous with modern Italian style. He had been unwell and had to miss Milan Fashion Week back in June for the first time. A funeral chamber will be set up in Milan this weekend, with a private funeral to follow on an unspecified date. One of the biggest entertainment events in Canada kicks off today, and it's celebrating its 50th anniversary. The Toronto International Film Festival hits the mid-century mark. A lot of A-listers are expected to be in the city for one of the world's largest film festivals. The 11-day celebration will see the likes of Matthew McConaughey, Daniel Craig, Kerry Washington, and Dwayne Johnson walk the red carpet in Toronto. And the opening night film is a documentary on the life of Canadian icon called John Candy, I Like Me. The film has some names you'll recognize attached to it as well. Movie star, action hero, and business mogul Ryan Reynolds is producing the film, and Tom Hanks' son, Colin, is directing. And there are more than 290 films to see at this year's Toronto Film Festival, but tickets for the most popular movie premieres are already sold out. If you're still hoping to buy tickets, be careful you don't get scammed. Here's CTV's Pat Foran.
Tickets to TIFF will be in demand in Toronto for the next 11 days, and many movie lovers say they're still hoping they can find seats to see the latest cinema has to offer.
I'm really excited. I want to rush a bunch of movies because I know that many of them are already sold out.
Online is you have to really check right now because there's a lot of scams going on.
For TIFF's 50th anniversary, there are some major premieres. The festival has partnered with Ticketmaster, and tickets for many popular films are already sold out. You can find tickets on the resale market. For the most sought-after films, there are only a few left, often selling for hundreds of dollars a seat.
So if you want to get access to a ticket, you might have to go through resale platforms like Ticketmaster or StubHub, or turn to social media in order to find them.
Go Confirm is an anti-scam app that allows people to buy and sell tickets on social media safely. With buzz around TIFF building and more interest in trying to secure tickets, scams are already underway.
It's a massive festival, and anytime you have really in-demand tickets where things have sold out, scammers proliferate.
Ticket scams usually happen through social media websites. Often it's scammers who reach out to film fans who post they're looking to buy tickets.
So they might be posting in a subreddit or Facebook saying, hey, I desperately want to go see Frankenstein, or I want to go see Good Fortune. Does anyone have a ticket? And then scammers will reach out to them directly.
Reseller sites that offer ticket guarantees will cost you more for tickets and added charges. Purchasing through social media sites may be cheaper, but come with added risks. Protect yourself with apps like Go Confirm or other tools to prevent yourself from being scammed.
And let's check in with the national news team for a look at what's coming up later tonight.
Tonight, a devastating mass stabbing in Manitoba.
And my deepest condolences to the family right now. So,
how a tragic turn of events unfolded inside a tight-knit Indigenous community. Later on CTV National News.
Well, it's been a fun hour here at the Cambridge Fall Fair, and I'm going to maybe try my shot at Water Racer when we come back. That, plus we'll have your wake-up weather after the break.
Okay, let's check back in with Krista Simpson for a look at what our team is following into the night tonight. Krista.
Well, Leanne, we'll have more on the Breslau farm and the rare crops being grown and harvested there by retirees honoring their cultural heritage. Ashley Bacon is working on that story this evening. Also, the Toronto International Film Festival has kicked off the night's big event. As we heard, gala presentations of the documentary John Candy, I Like Me, produced by Ryan Reynolds. Leanne, I have to say, I took a look at the trailer. This looks so interesting. We'll have to see which of the many stars that are featured in it show up at the red carpet tonight. We'll have all this this evening at 12:30 tonight following NFL.
Okay, awesome, Krista, thanks. I also took a little look at that trailer. It looks pretty good, so we will see some more then. Thanks, Krista. And before we go, we are going to check back in with Alex one last time from the Cambridge Fall Fair. Alex, from the midway to games, music, and the demolition derby, there is something for everyone this year, and you got me a little bit excited because you said you're going to try your hand at a game.
I am. I'm not good at these games, so this will be either go really well or I'll be completely embarrassed. But yes, we're going to try Water Racer out and just see how I do. Maybe I'll be lucky enough to win a stuffy. But before we get to that, yeah, so this kicking off officially tonight, running through till Sunday. And yes, there's something for everyone. We got the midway, rides, games, food. We got it all here. Okay, so we're going to give it a shot. I think we're good. I'm going to put this down for a second and just see how I do, okay?
3, 2.
Here we go. Okay. Go, 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 go. Okay, not too bad. I'm not as bad as I thought.
Hey, winner!
Look at this. A winner. Thank you. Okay. Lucky me who never wins anything. That wasn't too bad. Okay, I thought that was going to be a little bit of a trickier one, but I'll be taking my new friend home. But beautiful conditions out here tonight. Looking at your wake-up weather, though, for tomorrow. Partly cloudy conditions to start the day. We're going to be sitting at about 7 degrees by 6 o'clock or so. By 10, we should be seeing a mix of sun and cloud, 15. So fairly comfortable conditions to kick off your Friday. But yes, beautiful conditions if you do have plans to come down here tonight at the first official night of the Cambridge Fair. Leanne.
Wait, you said you were going to be so bad at that, and look at that big stuffy that you won. It's so cute. And before I let you go, Alex, I have to know also, did you get your cotton candy?
No, I didn't bring cash. And, you know, we were joking about that before with Chris. I was like, cash only? Okay, darn. So next time, and if you do plan to come down here, make sure to bring some cash. So no cotton candy this time, but the next fall fair, we're going to make sure we have some change in our pocket.
Okay, well, you're walking away a winner, and that's what counts. Alex, thanks so much.
We are.
And we will leave it there. So much fun out there at the Cambridge Fall Fair. Krista Simpson has your next local news at 12:30 tonight, and we're back here at 5 and 6 tomorrow. Have a good night.